Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to review a VOD against the team that has the best Absol player in the world. This was played in the Shiny League tournament on Saturday, and let's just jump into it. To start off, we're sending 3 bottom, me, Gary, and Slicey as Wigglytuff, Slowbro, and Pikachu, and then we're sending Absol solo top. So this comp we kind of are playing as a counter to the Lucario solo top meta, and the goal is just to overwhelm with our insane amount of CT bottom and have Absol duel the Lucario to the best of his ability, which we can see on the minimap that Nudo is doing well, as our Absol so far. So starting out, it looks like we got 2 of those Audinos, which is very good for us. Do we get the 3rd? We did not get the 3rd. But 2 is good. So that means the other team will have 2 Audinos total and we'll have 3, giving us the advantage when we first fight for bees. And we left this monkey back here so we could get to the thing faster, and now me and Gary will both get level 4 before bees so I can have Sing. Oh, we messed up there. I should have last hit that and both of us would have gotten 4, I think. But it looks like we got most of the bees anyways. I have Sing now, and I think we get a kill here maybe. I almost die, but I have Blink, so I'm good. Okay, here we're fighting for the second top Audino. I'm singing to zone them away. We get the Audino, perfect. And we're in a good position here because their Bulbasaur is stuck on an evolution, so if we can deny farm for the next little bit, then he'll be stuck there for a long time. Okay, we're just twirling around getting health. It looks like Gary got that piece of farm, I think, because the Bulbasaur still has not leveled up, though I think he might have, and he just didn't have enough levels. Gary's contesting the other Audino while me and Slicey get this one. And if I look at the mini-map, I think Bulbasaur is still not evolved yet, which is very good. Gary's going to the middle to get the mid-core fish, and I'm just hanging around. Okay, it looks like the enemy Bulbasaur did get that Audino, so he is now an Ivysaur. Okay, here I got a pretty good sing-off, though only one of them slept. And now we fight for the middle Audino. Bees are up in 10, so that's on our mind right now. This is what we want to fight for, is the bees. And so we're trying to keep them away right now. I probably shouldn't have used the Sing so early, so I could have used it here, because now they have a good chance at getting some of these. Though I don't think they did get hardly any of them. It looks like that was pretty one-sided in our favor. Alright, Dreadnaught's up now. We got our jungler here to help fight for Dreadnought, and then our Absol is staying top to farm. And here we're going to definitely get some kills. This was very good for us. Their Absol is here, kind of scary. Ult there, I blink to get out, pretty good. Alright, our Absol top just died, sad. I think he was coming down and the jungler came to get him. Okay, getting their Absol's pretty good, and now we're going back to go get Rotom. So most of them are down right now, which is good for us, so I think the call we made was to keep Gary down there, so then it's a 2v4 instead of a 1v4, and then they have a chance of keeping that goal alive. But it didn't seem to work out because Gary is now dead. But we're going to get this Rotom for sure, and here Beluga's trying to break it before Rotom gets there. Very nice. And I just stood on it to make him go a little bit faster. We get Rotom, and now we're going to push him, it looks like. Yep, we've got Gary coming up. The call was to push Rotom in. We can see their Absol farming. Our Absol is almost even with their Absol, which is very good for us. Okay, here I get a pretty good Sing and a nice Unite, I think. Though my goal was to keep our Absol alive, which didn't happen. He died anyways. But we still get Rotom in, and we still break the goal. Okay, now I'm going back and going to head down to help our Pikachu with farming and keeping our goal up. I don't know why I did that little twirl there. By the way, if you want to watch this live, I was streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/itsBenjamon with an O. Okay, Slicey's doing an amazing job down here at keeping the Lucario away. Okay, looks like we're just doing the little dance here. Gary's leaving to go top. Looks like they need me as well, because they're pushing pretty hard. I think I'm going to jump middle here, do I? Well, I messed up. That was a bit of a mistake, a bit of hesitation, but I still get in the fight. Okay, now I'm singing. And I leave. Okay. So that was a bit of an odd decision-making time for me. I didn't really do anything. Okay, we're going back, and now we're going down for Dreadnought. Okay, we're really late on this. We should have been going there before, but Slicey's doing pretty good by himself, not dying. Okay, that was a huge Brave Bird by Beluga. Okay, and here we just sing each other. We're all asleep. And now, oh no. This is the part where Absol absolutely cleans us up. So this part, it was like the tail end of the fight. All our abilities were on cooldown and we weren't respecting the Absol. Because what was going through my head is it's like, oh, it's a 5v1, and then he just wipes us. So that's very well played on their part. What we could have done better is respect the Absol and kind of backed off. Alright, so here I wanted to show you the enemy Absol's perspective when he came and cleaned us up. So here we see he looks, his team is getting destroyed. He comes in, and you could hear him say, I don't know what's going on. Watch. I don't know what's going on. Then he just comes in, absolutely demolishes us, and I just love his total nonchalance, like, I don't know what's happening, then comes in and destroys us. That's so funny to me. Alright, we'll go back to main video. Okay, here we decide to give up Dreadnought to guarantee you the Rotom. But like I was saying, what we should have done during that fight is backed off when we saw the Absol so he didn't absolutely demolish us. Okay, here I'm zoning the Absol to keep him away from Rotom, and we get Rotom. And so now it looks like we're going to push this to the goal because we still have 1 minute until Zapdos, so even if we die, we'll be good to go for Zapdos. Okay, so the call was made to score bottom instead of pushing Rotom because there are 3 on Rotom, so we'd rather get the free goals on bottom than push Rotom in. And here I'm looking at the Absol. He used ult, which is good for us. I'm going to sing him, and I think we catch him. Yep, there he goes. That was a good pick. And it's very nice that he used his ult so we won't have it for Zapdos. Okay, so now we're just forming up, getting prepared to fight for Zapdos. Me and Gary are taking a very good position in the middle where we can surf sing combo, and then our carries, either Beluga or Slicey or Nudo, can clean them up for us. So here we see 2 down here. We're thinking about fighting. He came in, I'm singing him, and then we're backing off. Just dancing here. We see Absol coming in from the top. So it looks like we're starting to fight. This is a bit sloppy, but here we go. I ult there. Not the cleanest ult, but because I only got Gary in it, but it looks like we're going to win anyways. Alright, and that was a good cleanup. So here I think we start Rotom. Yep, we're going to fight Rotom. The next person up is the Blissey, who does not have much steal potential, and there's not even time for her to get there. So there's the first game, and that's a win, so I'll just end it there. Alright, we are back on game 2, and this time I've decided to watch from Nudo's perspective, because in this game, they decided to send their Absol solo top, so it is an Absol versus Absol, solo top in a tournament. And I think this is a very unique situation, and I wanted to watch it with you guys firsthand. I haven't watched this. I was obviously playing the game, but I haven't watched this portion from Nudo's perspective. It looks like Nudo loses the middle crab, but I think he did that on purpose because he knows he's outmatched here, so he didn't risk dying on the middle crab and decided just to secure his own 2 A-Palms, which I think is a pretty solid choice, honestly. Because when you're going up against this guy who is, I think pretty solidly the best Absol in the world, since not many people play Absol, then I think playing it safe is a good choice. So here he is taking his safe crab, and now him and the bird, Beluga, will go and contest bees. Here they are. I don't see the enemy jungler. There he is. It looks like our team got a good amount of bees, but ooh, Beluga got picked off. It looks like Nudo will too. So that's not a great start. But if you look at the mini map, you can see that the enemy team has a Chansey and what is Venusaur? Bulbasaur that are stuck on levels that me and the rest of the bottom laners have succeeded in denying them far. Here Nudo's dueling with the jungler, the enemy jungler for lane farm, and dies. Almost picks off the Cinderace, but not great for a 2v1. So not looking great so far for Nudo, but we'll see how he brings it back. He's not doing terribly on levels. He's level 5, our jungler's level 7, which is pretty good, honestly. As long as he gets to level 6 before the Dreadnought and Rotom spawn, then I think that's an okay thing to hope for. Here he sees no farm in the middle, no farm in jungle. Beluga finds, so it looks like they're just going to come down and help us with this fight, which we are losing. And hopefully they can clean up here. Here, that was a huge Brave Bird by Beluga, and they cleaned up very well. And now it's just the enemy Absol on top, and it looks like we're going to commit to this Dreadnought pretty hard. Unlike last game, which we lost the first Dreadnought. Okay, Nudo's leaving now because I think he's confident we've secured the area for Dreadnought. Yep, he's going back to top. No, he grabbed the berry. He's coming down. Okay, he's coming down. Here we see the 4v4 fight, and then Nudo comes in making it a 4v5 and does a lot of damage right there. He's doing really well. Gets picked off, but he took 2 people with him, so I think that's okay. Beluga's starting Dreadnought. We're coming down, hitting Dreadnought. Gary keeps the Cinderace off of it with a Surf, and we secure Dreadnought. Enemy jungler comes down, and I think he might get some kills. Nope. Beluga ulted him and isolated him pretty well and killed him. So that was very good. I think when it's just an Absol versus 3 people and we're all at full health, it's not a great fight for him. Okay, Nudo is doing really well. He's checking Rotom every couple seconds to see if the enemy is going for it. He's looking at the minimap. Nudo's doing a fantastic job this game. Gary's coming in, I'm coming in. Everyone except for Slicey are here to fight for the Rotom, and Slicey's staying behind. Huge ults. Man, Nudo's doing fantastic, actually. Cleaning up, dueling the Cinderace very well. And, ooh, gets the kill. And now I think he caps here. I think we want to break this before we get Rotom, so that's what they're doing. They're picking up balls one at a time and throwing them in the goal. Enemy jungler is here. Ooh, Nudo. Okay, there's an ult. Okay, here I'm singing. And we got a sleep on the Blissey. No, she used Safeguard. We don't have a sleep on the Blissey. That was a huge sucker punch by Nudo. Got 2 people in one. And then a big Brave Bird, and we clean up the enemy. And now we score 33, and then we're going to get Rotom. So that was a very good engage for us. Went very well. Very well played by Nudo and the rest of the team here. Okay, it looks like we're going to push this in. Maybe. Nope, I'm backing. The call was made to not push it in because I was low, Beluga was low, and 2 of our people weren't there. And Dreadnought is up in 15, so we're using this as a distraction to secure Dreadnought very well. As you can see on the minimap, they have committed 3 people to defending Rotom, and now they've realized what we've done, and they're backing off. But I think we get Dreadnought before they get there. Okay, 2 people are there. Let's see how this fight goes. Very good pickup by Gary. Good flash by Nudo, avoiding the ult. And they get Dread. Okay, so it's just Nudo and Beluga, so they just need to get out of there. And the Absol picks off Nudo. Alright, so that wasn't a great engage by us. Our plan to use Rotom as a distraction did not work. They saw through it. Let Rotom get into their goal as a sacrifice to get to Dreadnought sooner, which was the right call by them. They did very well there. Very well played by the enemy team. Okay, here we see we're just farming. I'm hanging out with Gary and Nudo to give them a little bit extra XP. Now I'm going back to Gary because I think Gary needs more XP. Nice pick off there. If you didn't know, XP share makes it so people around you get more XP from farming. So as long as I'm in the area that I would normally be to get shared XP, then I will give them more XP. So it's just generating free XP for our team when I'm near people who are farming. So that's my goal throughout the match. Okay, here Nudo and Beluga are getting ready for the Rotom fight. They're in the bush waiting to ambush someone possibly. Here comes the enemy Absol, and there goes the Brave Bird. Big commit by Beluga. Beluga gets he ults the enemy team away, so then it leaves me and Nudo to fight this along with Slicey. We get that. Here I'm low, so I'm backing up. I'm probably gonna go back to base and then jump bottom for Dreadnought. Yep, so we decide not to push this at all. We're leaving it and we're gonna go straight to Dreadnought. So here we see 3 people are on Rotom. 4 people are on Rotom. So this is another attempt at distracting them with Rotom to get Dreadnought. And Slicey's getting a nice cap in on the bottom, putting us about even in points, I think. They've killed the Rotom really quickly, but not quickly enough, as we get Dreadnought for free. And now we're backing and going straight to the middle to get a good position for the Zapdos fight. Yep, here we go. Everyone's here. This is very good for us. We have a great position in the middle. 15 seconds before Zapdos spawns, and we're ready to take anyone that comes in. Here's the enemy jungler. Nice surf by Gary. Nudo comes in. And there I used my ult to counteract the Absol ult, shielding all our teammates and making it so the Absol's final tick of damage didn't take any base health. It only took the shields that I gave them. Nudo backs. And he's going straight back into the middle. We all back there after killing 3 people, which was a fantastic play by us, I may say, because it allows us to fight the 2 remaining people a lot easier. Oh, that's a bit sloppy. We lost 2 there, which we shouldn't have. But here, I think we get the enemy Absol. Hopefully Slicey doesn't die. I think that's his target. Slicey does die, but we get Absol. Yep, Gary picks him off with an auto attack as he tries to run away. And our teammates are coming back up. Here's Nudo. We've got Beluga in another 3 seconds, and then Slicey has a large timer of another 15 seconds. I get out, Gary gets picked off. Rest in peace, Gary. He has a 20-second timer. So now this is suddenly not looking great for us. It's very possible that the enemy team gets Zapdos. Everyone has just come off cooldown. Everyone is up. The enemy jungler will be here soon, which is very scary. And they've got 4 people in the Zapdos pit. Nudo's hanging back, seeing if he can get the steal on Zapdos. And we're kind of playing hot and cold. Well, we're just dancing around trying to get a good position. There's Zapdos. Does the enemy team get it? It looks like we just picked off 4 of their team. Very good engage by us. Waiting for our Slowbro to come up so we could get all of that CC with him. And we picked off the enemy team, and there it is. So this was very well played by both teams here. It was very fun to go up against a really good Absol in tournament and see an Absol versus Absol top lane. Very well played on the enemy team. I believe their team name is WOW, or WOW. I don't know what it stands for, but well played for them. You can check out the enemy team AbsolPvp on Twitch. Check out my teammates itsNudo and Gary TTV also on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.